and gain some traction and get that ball rolling to potentially further in the bracket.
Yep, definitely. I agree with every point you made. But right now, we are hopping into FireNIce versus Golden Dawn, and of course, FireNIce, you got Bullet, Magico, Noble, and Rorzch, and then on Golden Dawn, of course, you guys know all the Golden Dawn members are they're so prevalent in this scene. Smoke You Dig, Serial Throne, and Afrony. I'm a big fan of Afrony, but I gotta stay neutral here. I'm a caster. This is important. I gotta make sure that I show the people I don't care who wins, and I don't. Rorzch on board with you right now. Oh, the shotgun comes through. Smoke You Dig with a big kill there, and now potentially he's gonna try and contest this yard.
You can show a little bit of bias as a caster. Sometimes it's just sometimes it's impossible to not show some bias, and to be honest, this FireNIce team, I'm a little biased towards them because they're one of our Hispanic teams in the tournament. They compete at such a high level in Halo 5, and I love when they're playing well the style that they bring. They play so like chaotic and aggressive, but they control that chaos and they're able to have a lot of success in it. We see right now that they're on their back feet, but I don't expect that to happen for very long.
Yeah, on board again, Smoke You Dig. You know, they've got nest control, and of course they're holding. Callus has made it very, very clear they're holding this light rifle side of the map is very important. You see them going down bottom here. They're getting control of this bottom side area, but they've got the nest players to deal with. That's going to be Noble on your screen here, putting some shots in, playing his life. He's going to get killed from behind. Great communication right there out of Golden Dawn. After trying to clean up this kill on the car, misses a couple shots, goes down as well. Very scrappy once again. 2 are down for each team. 3 are down. Make that for Golden Dawn. FireNIce have an opportunity here.
Yeah, you see Golden Dawn get out to an early lead, but it's a trip cap for FireNIce that's going to erase that early lead immediately. You see all of Golden Dawn panicking to try and get in the yard, but as they do that, here come FireNIce. The sandwich is on.
I absolutely love that. I absolutely just love the fact that you can, make a great play here on Plaza and just kind of take over like they did with that triple cap. It's a tie game now, Wes, and they were down. I mean, you can literally, I love how you can just turn games around with just one play. You see Bullet on your screen here, gets a couple shots there, gets thrown down, and now he's got this top gold control. He's going to drop down and play his life. He's, only 1 shot in, but he's going to push this nest with his teammate.
Yeah, I love the rotation by him, right? He was once top yellow, drops bottom truck, contests bottom middle for a second, tries to realize what kind of the situation he's actually in, doesn't try and guess, finds out all the information he needs to make the right play, and then he presses top snipe with his teammates. He's doing so much work with this light rifle right now, and once again another trip cap because Bullet's able to stay alive, do this damage, and now they're going to try and keep this trip cap by pushing into yard. It's a double assist. Noble picks up the double kill himself. Rorzch, he picks up the camo, and he's going to look to apply a little bit of pressure himself. Knows that there's one player in this stronghold, but sees that backup is quickly on the way and decides to turn around, give a nice perfect kill over towards Loop. Gets the killing spree as well, and Rorzch, the pressure that he's able to perform back-to-back perfect kills for the man with this camo, effectively trapping Golden Dawn.
He's doing such a good job of that, Wes. I mean, and you see, he had the light rifle at the beginning, and then he got the new light rifle that came up, and he's just completely held light rifle control the entire time. They're able to force the spawns at yard due to the fact that they held blue and nest and LR, and they're just collapsing on it. They get the spawns and they collapse. Again, you see, they're spawning at yard. Unfortunately, someone does get away, but they're going to take him out quickly. Here comes the push from Golden Dawn. This could be a little bit of a shift here, but Magic does a great job of staying alive in this situation, and they're going to continue to have nest control.
I mean, FireNIce has not looked back since it was 19-0 at this point. Yeah. Golden Dawn cannot get their footing. They cannot get off their spawn really without being pressured. Magico anchoring top middle right now, knows that there's a camo coming up, but can't stay alive, and this is the double kill Golden Dawn needed to get a little bit of control here. You see Rorzch in yard right now. That's going to give Golden Dawn the opportunity to not only take bottom middle, but hop into snipe potentially and start scoring for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, that camo is going to be huge, and then of course that shotgun on yard could really prevent any push from happening there. Unfortunately, FireNIce are going to get yard, but Serial does still have the camo in hands. The nades come through. I believe that was actually a team he made, but he got cleaned up by the enemy. That's unfortunate right there. That camo could have really done them justice at this point. I mean, they're down by so much, and they're starting to get points, but the bottom nest is being contested. Great reset there by Serial once again, and now they've got to get control of the top side of the map. They've got to get this player off of gold.
Yeah, they need to win some of these gunfights, but unfortunately, FireNIce just not missing shots is not going to allow that to happen. Anthony picks up a one-on-one kill in blue, but he's so far away from the strongholds that this rotation is going to take time. Finally, he gets in it, but the trip cap in effect once again for FireNIce. Anthony tries to overextend, but the shotgun does the damage from Rorzch, and with it, they're able to just continue this pressure. All of these kills keep Golden Dawn on their back heels. They force them to play defense when in reality, they're down by so many points. They have to figure out a way to play offense quickly.
Again, referencing Callus, my man, like that L shape, you know, the L shape hold on the map right there, continuously forcing them in the yard. And they just pressure, like there was pressure from S4. The shots come through when they push through on LR. Like just a great job of just knowing where they're spawning and just consistently putting the pressure down, not allowing them to get any points whatsoever. But on the bottom right of your screen, of course, you do see Golden Dawn. He's starting to get some points here. 95, though, for this FireNIce squad. They're dominant right now. Can Golden Dawn turn this around? I talked about this before. There's a potential that this game completely flips on its heels with just a triple cap for a little while, Wes.
I mean, FireNIce, if they get one set of slays, this game is over. So Golden Dawn, you need to figure out a way to correctly rotate, win every gunfight from here on out, because the second that you let up, you create that opening, this game is over. All FireNIce needs is 5 points. They have nest control, which is probably the preferred stronghold in this situation. Camo does go in the favor of Golden Dawn there. I believe it gets burned with a nice nade from Magico off screen. That's 3 dead for Golden Dawn, and unfortunately, with that being said, that's going to be all she wrote. They're not going to have time to come off their spawn, and a beautiful job by FireNIce to take your time, get that set of slays, and end this game the way you know how.
And Wes, I really do think that those, you know, of course they were able to hold the setup really well, right? But it was just the fact that I feel like even though Golden Dawn did get those camos, they weren't able to really utilize them in a way that would grant them points and gain them control. And I think that was a huge factor. They got 2 camos at least on our screen, but weren't able to really convert. And you see FireNIce, I heard of them. You know, they did good in the, I believe, in the esports arena. They've done really well. You're starting to make a name for themselves. Perfect time to do so right now. And they're showing that they're dominant right now. 17-9. Wow. I mean, the assists as well. Look at the assists coming out of that FireNIce squad. Unfortunately, we do see an 8-14, but you know, maybe Smoke just kind of warms up a bit and comes back. I mean, we saw the sweep. We saw the sweep from the last series. You know, they won game 1, but, you know, they swept the rest of the games. And, of course, game 2 is going to be Slayer Regret. I mean, FireNIce, I'm sure they're a great Slayer team as well, right, Wes?
Yeah, absolutely. I've had an opportunity to cast these guys, to your point, in the esports arena tournament, like a ton of times over the past year, and they've really impressed me. And when they're on, they have an if they can play well enough, like if they can find their A game, I'll say, for today, they're going to be one of those top 4 teams that advance, I believe, because they can compete with some of the best in the world when they're playing well. Not the best start for them, I would say, but they ended that game exactly how they needed to, and that's what matters. It's early in the tournament. Let's get that momentum going. Everybody's still warming up, but the confidence showed true. FireNIce started to pick it up, and that's what you want to see as they continue throughout this bracket. Golden Dawn trying to be a speed bump in that direction. I'm not sure how big of a speed bump they're going to be, though.
I mean, I would like to see Golden Dawn really perform in this Slayer. You know, I really do feel like, you know, their teamwork can be good here. I mean, it's Regret. This is fast paced. You know, take that top center control, get that OS off the rip. Of course, we are loading in here, guys, to game number 2. This is winners bracket round number 2 in the Sentinels send off. Great tournament again, Sentinels. Shout out to you. Shout out to LVT for producing, you know, one of the best producers in the game. Shout out to Sentinels for running the tournament. And here we go. We're on board with Serial. He's going to be fighting for this OS. All the players go down. Bottom, what routes do they take? Serial goes down. The OS is still up. You see the no-shills player from Golden Dawn going for it as well. The Patience coming out. And the Guardian Angel. And now they're going to get OS. FireNIce, great execution on that play.
So a 4-1 lead at the start turns it into a 5-2 game right now. Overshield in the hands of Rorzch. They know all of Golden Dawn is spawning over at red. He's going to know that they've flushed out towards pink with the information from his teammates here. So he's just being as aggressive as possible with this overshield. Finds the first kill, extends the lead 8-3. That was 3 dead once again for Golden Dawn. Wash, rinse, repeat. You know they're spawning at blue at this point. They're already across the map. And unfortunately, Rorzch, that's a huge kill for Golden Dawn. Pink side the base is going to alleviate some of the pressure FireNIce was trying to apply. Rorzch, you got to win that one.
Yeah, that was a great play by FireNIce too on the other end of the spectrum, right? He sat in that corner. That's an uncharacteristic corner to sit in, but he was able to block his angles and then just focus on the player that was going to push on P. Great job by FireNIce. We're on board with him right now. 3 are down for FireNIce. What are we watching here? I mean, this team is coming alive. It's 10-9. I mean, this is not the dominating team that we saw out of FireNIce earlier. It's still very, very early in the game, but FireNIce doing a really good job of just circling around. It looks like he plays free-for-all because he's just cleaning up the players and just rotating around the map.
Yeah, great job by Golden Dawn to weather the storm that overshield could have created early on in this game. They've actually got a lead right now, so anything that happened in game 1, it's been erased. You see Golden Dawn starting off another game strong, and in Slayer, that's such an important quality, especially when you lose the opening break on a regret where the other team gets overshield. So a 16-16 game as this next overshield isn't the worst case scenario for Golden Dawn, but they lose a couple players, and with overshield coming up here in 10 seconds, they need to be weary about their lives right now, because every death here is going to be tenfold when an overshield player is coming at your head.
I agree, and I think if Golden Dawn can get this OS, they can potentially do work and can, you know, to get this lead. But right there, you see FireNIce get another overshield, and it's at a bad time, Wes, right? Because now they're up by 6 kills here. This is not good. If you're if you're Golden Dawn, they're putting some shots. Golden Dawn does have top center control, but Bullet again with a wingman now. He's putting 5 assists in while staying alive. They've got full top control and forcing Golden Dawn to spawn at blue and car.
I mean, it was 16-16 at one point, and now it's 26-16. 10 unanswered kills for FireNIce right now. This could be the first one that goes in their favor, but no, Bullet's making it such a difficult kill. Doesn't even die, actually, with the help of his teammate. Now, all of a sudden, 29-17. They have all of these players that are going to be spawning up, I believe, at red. Only one spawns at red, actually, but that means he's by himself, and Bullet able to find that first kill. Second player actually ends up spawning in the back. He finds a second assist right there, 33-17, and FireNIce starting the middle of the game, just like they did in game 1. Like, they had a rough start, slow, but when they got control, they started to take over, and I believe that's what we're seeing here in game 2 as well.
Yeah, Wes, I agree. And again, adding to your point, I just feel like, FireNIce is doing a really good job of kind of isolating those players that are getting split spawns, right? And they're working so well as a team. Rorzch, he is going to end up going down, but he gets the trade on to throw with the plasma caster. 38-19. The new overshield coming up very shortly here in about 20 seconds or so. So we'll see what team is able to get control of this. If FireNIce can get a third overshield, I really do believe that this game is going to go in their favor, and they're going to be up 2-0.
I mean, the issue is it's a 21-kill game. That's not an overshield that I can give you in Halo 5 that's going to create that 22-kill deficit. The power that FireNIce has really demonstrated here since that 16-16 point is incredible. It's absolutely the difference between two teams, and right now we're seeing that 23 kills in the scoreline. Overshield is up, and unfortunately for Golden Dawn fans, it's going in the hands of Rorzch. 45-46 kills on the name, and right now he's just trying to push, making sure he doesn't get ninjaed. The triple kill killing spree comes through, and that's the way you want to end game 2. It's Rorzch taking over.
Oh my, Wes, I think I have to change my predictions here, man. I mean, this FireNIce squad is great. They're playing phenomenal Halo right now. One more kill to go to win this game. It's going to be Rorzch with the overshield, gets it onto Smoke, you dig, and there it is. FireNIce go up 2-0. And of course, game number 3 is going to be Oddball on Eden. I would really like to see this, I would like to see them reverse sweep here. Golden Dawn has, they're a good team, but FireNIce really showcasing their talent.
I hate to break this to you, but this is about to be a 3-0. That was a 34-6 difference from 16 to 16 at one point. Well, I guess it's 34 to 8. Sorry, I'm doing math live. Don't judge me.
Oh no, I couldn't.
But I mean, that's just a dominant performance. I'm telling you, when this FireNIce team flips that switch, when they get control, they can take over games, and that's exactly what we've witnessed, not only in game 1, but right there in game 2. Rorzch taking over with the help of his team. It's that teamwork too, the way that they collapse together, that really makes this FireNIce team a threat.
Yeah, and it's, of course, these overshields, too, were such a factor in the beginning of the game. We said it was tied 16-16 at one point. You know, FireNIce did have control of that first overshield, but then they kept getting him. And the triple kill, of course, on screen there in the killing spree. And, of course, you saw it tons of time and time again. You saw just consistent, you know, team shot. The wingman's coming out for players. Like, I love that metal, man. It just shows that, you know, you have multiple people shooting at, you know, multiple targets, and just the teamwork out of this team is phenomenal. We're gonna see. I mean, Wes, I'm a dreamer, man. You know, I'm a dreamer. I like to go for the underdog. Of course, I always do. I mean, realistically, I shouldn't have quit my job 7 years ago to be a full-time content creator. But realistically, this, you know, Golden Dawn squad not gonna come back. But stories could change. You know, I'm really hoping to see what they can do here. And of course, Eden Oddball is the next game. Hope you guys are enjoying. Shout out to all of you, of course, that are watching right now. My name is Active. On board with me is Wes Price, aka Clutch, the champion. And here we go. We're hopping into this game. Let's see if Golden Dawn can come back and make some noise, because right now they're looking real quiet.
You're a dreamer. I don't sleep much. I live in reality, and the reality of the situation is this FireNIce team, they're good. And there's a lot of power weapons. There's 2 power-ups on the map. There's rockets. And unfortunately, from what they've showed me, that can create a snowball effect that could get ugly very quickly if we don't see some of these players on the blue team get control, right? So
yes,
if FireNIce can get overshield, rockets, and camo, this game is going to be a quick one. But right now, Serial trying to compete for Catwalk, and a huge kill, actually. That could build some confidence there, but... Oh, it's Oddball. I'm sorry. I thought it was Strongholds for a reason, but Anthony, he's got snipe in hand, and that could have been an opportunity for Golden Dawn to extend a potential early lead once again in this series. But right now, FireNIce, unlike the other 2 games in this series, they've started off hot here in game 3, and because of it, this actually could be all she wrote.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. This is that momentum swing that I was kind of looking for out of Golden Dawn, to kind of see them. Oh my word, Magico! What? He gets the double no scope. That's insane. He's opening up the outside. There's another player in blue. Contests him, gets that kill as well. Popping off. Oh boy, yeah. This isn't looking so hot right now. Honestly, no. Oh man, we're gonna have to see a miracle somewhere somehow here. This is not looking good.
Magico looking hot, though. That's what I'm saying. Smoke Your Day does find a kill. Are they going to be able to get the ball out of FireNIce's hands, potentially get a setup of themselves? No, the play ball comes through. Bullet doing everything he can, racking up that time and making sure at the end of the day it gets put back in the center of the map. Smoke Your Dig trying to figure out spawners. They get the first kill and they get the ball up into towers. So this could potentially be where they build a little bit of that deficit back from FireNIce. But FireNIce, like to your point, when you start a game like Magico just started off, it's so difficult to lose. You have so much momentum and confidence rolling after those shots that I mean, the adrenaline is kicked in, and you see immediately the Golden Dawn setup broken.
Yeah, and you see Noble bringing this ball towards Overshield. If you have Overshield, if you bring the ball onto OS and you pick up the Overshield with ball in hand, it cancels the animation. So he's trying to do that there, but unfortunately overextended. And FireNIce are going to take control. They're going to get more ball time here. This is going to be big for them. They're going to hold this red base. We're looking at 85 points on the board right now. This Bullet, he's got help outside. His teammates are there as well. There's going to be a double push from the outside of the base, but his 2 teammates are there to stop that. But wait, 3 go down. 4 FireNIce make that 4 dead, and maybe a chance for Golden Dawn to get control. Snipe's coming up soon.
Yeah, good push from Golden Dawn there to make sure that FireNIce doesn't get too much time with that single setup, but unfortunately still a 70-point game as of right now. Snipe is coming up. You cannot let Magico get his hands on that one, because We saw the damage he was able to do it the first time around. Anthony trying to figure out a way to help his teammates, going to decide to get out of dodge, but the pressure just comes through. Bullet pushing straight through bottom mid. Smokey Diggs forced to play the ball. It's a 50-point game. If they can contest this ball from being down bottom middle, there's hope. But Rorzch with snipe, we've seen the damage he can do throughout this series, and he's going to have another opportunity here. And now misses the no scope, pulls out the pistol, knocks him to no shield. Can't seem to finish the kill. Reloads the snipe, gets the pressure, and nice body one shot there from Rorzch, but a good shutdown kill from Golden Dawn makes it number advantage in their favor as of right now.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of a game here on our hands. A 60-point lead still for FireNIce, but Golden Dawn showing a tad bit of life here in this situation. The snipe in the hands of, I believe that was Smokey Dig. Nice shot by Bullet to clean him up, take him out of the game. You know, a little bit of a threat there. Don't want any part of that. And now just playing outside here on this side. He's going to try to get this next overshield, which is coming up, I believe, very, very shortly. He's got control, so this could be good. Watching for the spawns on red side. I believe they're going to be spawning. Yeah, there it is. They spawn on red base. And just staying alive, trying to get this overshield next.
The ball's in tower, and multiple members of FireNIce are outside towards overshield, so you need to pick and choose what you're going to prioritize here. Unfortunately, it looks like Golden Dawn's numbers are split across the map, and because of it, you see Bullet pick up the overshield. The ball still racking up time. Only 25 points needed to close this game out, and Bullet with overshield flying to blue, trying to make sure that he's able to help his ball carrier at some point. Finds two players, knocks them both down to no shield, and Noble going to take both those kills away from him. Spots the third player bottom middle, and Bullet doing it all. So much damage. Great pressure. Once again, it's going to reward his team with another opportunity to gain some time.
Wes, this team is so solid, man. It is great to see. This is the first time I've casted them, and let me tell you, I am very impressed. And I'm so glad they were able to enter the tournament. They're playing phenomenal. They're performing exactly what they need to do just in time for the big launch here. Noble with a nice perfect there, and Golden Dawn, again, getting a little bit of ball time. But, Wes, it's too late at this point, in my opinion. I'm a dreamer. I am, but this is, I got to be a little bit realistic, you know, and I think that this is a little bit too late right now.
Oh, you can't stop dreaming at this point. There's an opportunity, right? Like, it's going to be a miracle. It's probably not going to happen, but thrown with a double kill could make me eat my words, and I would love for that to be the case. But to your point, FireNIce, they're too sound. They've been through this too many times. They have too much momentum and confidence going on right now. It's only going to take one set of slays for them to end this game. Will Throne and the boys give that to them is the question. He is going to give his life right there, but that kill should be traded out from his teammate. Rorzch going to be there to trade that one in his team's favor, and now FireNIce look to end this game soon.
Yeah, only 16 points remaining. Bullet does have the sniper. This could be the tool of destruction to make this win and close this out for a 3-0 sweep. He's going to try and get that shot. Great shot onto Serial there. Consistently holding, and he's got the OS as well. Yeah, this is a wrap, Wes. There's no possible way. He has snipe. He knows the spawns are going to be on tower. He's watching for them. Look at him. He's already ready, trying to get these shots. Can he close it out here? No ball time being picked up here.
Yeah, the ball did reset to bottom middle, which is a saving grace for Golden Dawn's winners bracket life right now. It is going to be bottom middle. But you see FireNIce using this overshield sniper to create some space, get bottom middle, pick up that ball, and now with 10 seconds needed, the ball carrier is taken down. There's two players on Bullet outside here. The ball carrier is knocked to no shield from a nice no scope to the body, but he's finally finished as he tries to enter blue. You see Bullet gonna overextend, has the perfect flank, but the third player has eyes on the flank and takes him down. Unfortunately, Golden Dawn gets collapsed on by the rest of FireNIce, and with that, that's 3 dead. Last player alive is spotted blue side, and the ball carrier going to be racking up these last 5 seconds before I believe Golden Dawn has any opportunity to get in there and shut this down.
Yeah, the last second, there it is. FireNIce are going to win 3-0 versus Golden Dawn, setting them into the losers bracket. Of course, FireNIce moving on. A great team and a great squad there. It's such a pleasure to watch those guys play. I mean, they're so talented, and I really do. I believe your point at this moment. When I've watched these games, I believe your point that they could contest with that top 4. And if that happens, let me tell you something. I will be incredibly impressed, and I will be very ecstatic because those will be some great games to watch. You see 17 kills, out of Noble there, and of course the most ball time out of Bullet, and he only gets 7 deaths. So great ball time, great KDA, and not dying so much. 2,500 damage out of Magic, who popped off with that snipe. Such a great. We'll see replays in a second, and I can't wait to see them. But all these members playing really, really well, and of course, here we go. Let's take this away. This is sick. Oh,
just the no scope on the first player. Such good reticle placement at all times. Head level. This player just thrusting, sliding towards him, knocking him to no shield too. To be able to do that while just under the pressure of being one shot, huge. Magico for the killing spree, the double kill, putting on a show for the fans early on.
Let's go. He did put on a show there, and this entire squad just so good. Noble, look at that. I mean, Noble cleaning up those kills as well. Just always the communication, you can tell, is very on. Of course, we won't have any listen-ins during this open bracket. We will have some tomorrow, but I'm assuming just by watching the gameplay that their comms are really crisp and they're really accurate, and that's what you love to have in a top caliber team, right? You see Throne here gets a nice double in that situation. Maybe possibly turn the tide, like you had said. I mean, they had a chance to kind of build momentum off this 64 points that they had. They just weren't able to do so, and FireNIce close it out 3-0.
Yeah, the big thing for me with FireNIce is like how well they put together. Like their play style is very chaotic, but they do it together. They're always with each other. They're always getting angles for their teammates that are being aggressive, and because of it, they have that level of success, right? They're like a little like group of raptors that are just like, it reminds me of the Jurassic Park scene where like one little raptor shows up and you're like not scared, but then all of a sudden all these raptors show up, and then like you're already dead before you know it, right? Yeah. Like that's how that FireNIce team plays, and if it works, it works. And when that team's on, they're tough to beat, and I can't wait to see them continue on in the winners bracket. They're going to be able to put on a show, and like you said, I think they're going to compete for one of those top 4 spots at the end of the day.
Well, speaking of a show, we have a big show ahead of you. This is only the winners bracket round 1 and 2, but I'm going to toss it over to Shyway and Gary, our hosts on the desk, and they're going to break down the action.